From PewDiePie becoming public enemy #1 after sharing an unpopular opinion.
At the end of the day, I don't care. You're free to like whatever you want. I like, it doesn't bother me.
To Kai Cenat getting cancelled for the dumbest reason ever.
I've never seen people ever go this crazy off something so little.
These are the times when fans turned against beloved YouTubers, starting with the OG YouTuber PewDiePie, who became the internet's most hated YouTuber after his controversial opinion on Marvel movies went too far.
I don't like Marvel movies. If you like Marvel movies, don't worry, that's your opinion, and I just have mine. I don't know how anyone can really defend this point, but I'll go through it anyway. We have Iron Man, you have the Hulk, Iron Man again, Thor, Captain America, Avengers, Iron Man again, Thor again, Captain America again, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers again, Ant-Man! They are so painfully predictable. If at least one of these movies went on a different path, at least I would think, okay, maybe this one will be different, but it's all the same every single time.
But while he'd insisted that this was just his personal opinion, PewDiePie would then dig himself deeper with his next words.
They all follow the same story and concept at the end of the day. Sure, Deadpool is a very different superhero than Spider-Man, but at the end of the day, all these films can be summarized as superhero has superpowers, supervillain has superpowers, superhero wants peace, supervillain wants destruction. They fight and superhero wins. Hooray!
But this was just the beginning, as what he said next shocked Marvel fans.
But Marvel just are so shallow. They all just rely on looking cool and having quirky and dumb jokes everywhere, and never giving you something actually of substance. That's why I get so bored watching them. And don't get me wrong, I'm not even a DC fanboy. Like, I've given up on that as well.
Before leaving his audience with a controversial question.
What's so admirable about idolizing a superhero? What is the positive message? The fact that they want to do something good? Is that what's so great about them?
Following this, Pewds would catch heat from all corners of the internet, and even get roped into some very disturbing conspiracy theories.
Throughout the video, PewDiePie throws shade at Marvel and MCU, but also talks good things about Batman. Think about it. DC owns Batman. Disney owns Marvel. PewDiePie used to be under Disney, but for whatever reason he was let go. Don't you find that just a bit suspicious? I think, and promise me to keep this to yourself, I think PewDiePie is secretly working for DC and Warner Brothers.
But while this video would go on to become Pewds' most disliked video ever, the controversy would die down until 2 years later, when he finally addressed it in a video titled, "What is my worst controversy?"
To be honest, I never watched Endgame or any of the last films, and when I flew recently from Japan to UK, my computer was in charge. I had no choice but to watch what was offered. And it was all Avengers, of course. And which is one of the reasons I didn't like Marvel, because it's literally everywhere, ironically. But I watched it and I actually enjoyed it for the first time.
However, as seen by his comments, the internet had already moved on from a situation that was completely unnecessary. But while the hate against PewDiePie seemed completely overblown, Kai Cenat would land himself in a string of controversy after making some controversial remarks. In March 2025, Twitch's most subscribed streamer of all time, Kai Cenat, would find himself in hot water after questioning why people loved PewDiePie's content.
This may be an L take, and I apologize in advance, but I couldn't see how niggas got into PewDiePie. I'm sorry.
Nah, I agree. I feel like I didn't watch him. When I looked into him,
I'll be honest. That might be an L take though. You feel me?
It be like that sometimes, but everybody's not for everybody, because some niggas might say that about you.
Not facts.
It be like that.
Not for me, personally, though, I don't know.
While this seemed harmless, public opinion would change when fans dug up a 3-year-old video where he was heard echoing the exact same words.
Who do you guys think is the most overrated YouTuber?
KYR Speedy was tough.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. Me personally, I don't know how PewDiePie has the most subscribers.
He does?
Clip it, TikTok.
No, I just personally, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I tried.
He's got more than him, nigga.
No, he does not.
I feel like a nigga like, bro, I feel like niggas like Corey Kenshin and like a whole lot of other niggas like.
Mr. Beast got 99 million. What are you talking about?
Okay, yeah, but the shit that he does though, bro.
The video was enough to turn the internet against him. This is literally the equivalent of Elon Musk saying, "I don't see how people like Nikola Tesla." PewDiePie walked so that Kai could run, and if he doesn't realize it, it will be a sad day in the culture. Other YouTubers would also back this claim.
In my opinion, the difference is people liked PewDiePie for PewDiePie. Kai Cenat, he needs a costume, he needs celebrities, he needs a set. By himself, he's not that entertaining. Albeit, while I don't think he's the most entertaining, I think his stream is, and I can make that distinction. Like, in my opinion, it's sort of like Mr. Beast. If you stripped all the money away in the production, it'd be really boring.
But this wasn't the only time his audience betrayed him. It's just 2 months earlier, he got into trouble after he was seen engaging in a seemingly normal interaction with his $70,000 robot. But even such a trivial moment ended up sparking an outrage amongst his fans. I'm so grossed out by this behavior. I can't imagine abusing my tools or machines. I feel a connection to them. This is wrong. We can all feel it in our bones. May the machine spirit give mercy to us few who rejected this barbarism. Even though it's just a robot, there's something really dark and evil about treating a machine like that. Like, have some respect and treat it properly. With more and more people calling for his cancellation, Kai then made a video shutting down the allegations of bullying.
Hold on! If I go to a commercial where it displays something in the ad that you can try at home, are you not gonna do it? It completely displays that you can punch the shit out of this shit. This is one of the special features about the robot, that it has a defense mechanism to where it can catch its balance. Are you listening to what I'm saying? I spent $70,000. I can do whatever. I spent $70,000 on this robot. Do you understand what's going on?
And this time, his fans were on his side. Treat a machine with respect, meanwhile we treat actual humans like garbage. Why are they acting like he's kicking down a newborn puppy? It's a robot, for crying out loud. Although Kai got back in his audience's good graces, his constant brushes with controversy do not compare to former golden boy Ludwig, whose reputation was recently dragged through the mud. In June 2025, Ludwig would be seen encouraging his friend Mango to consume dangerous levels of alcohol despite being past his limits.
Mango just blew a .32! To be clear, that is dangerous. That's not good. That's not good. That's dangerous. Let's up those numbers!
Since Mango was clearly intoxicated, it didn't take long for things to begin to go wrong.
He's humping toes. Nah.
End the stream. End it.
End the stream, Mango said.
Oh! Final words.
Shortly after the incident, Mango's Twitch account was suspended, and his label Cloud9 cut ties with him. However, instead of taking some responsibility for the role he'd played, Ludwig would publicly disown his close friend of 10 years.
And I already told Mango this. I'm no longer inviting Mango to Mogul Moves events. We did cut off Mango on alcohol about an hour before stream ended, but I mean, he went into it really drunk. And I also personally apologize. I look back, it's very cringy now.
But fans weren't letting him off the hook. Ludwig was hyping up Mango getting wasted. And the second it backfired, he slipped right back into his fake wholesome persona. Leave it to Ludwig trying to be the moral grandstander when he's usually a factor in the whole thing. And the internet wasn't the only one who called him out for his hypocrisy.
Instead of Ludwig blaming all of this on Mango, I think he should stop doing events with alcohol. If you want to be a squeaky clean advertiser, brand-friendly content creator,
I think Ludwig is a liar. I think he's a snake, and I think he would throw anybody under the bus to avoid a hate threat of his own. Ludwig, when you invite your friend, a known alcoholic, you will know that his weaknesses, that his vices will be there, and you don't get him kinda drunk. You get him 4 times past the legal limit, double blackout drunk, near fatal levels of intoxication. You point the camera at him, you say, good job, do more.
With the internet calling out his double standards, Ludwig would delete the top comment calling out the situation. But even worse was his reaction to the criticism.
It is what it is.
But in this world, we can only control the things we can control, and I can't control my reputation. I can't control the way people feel about me.
And as if that wasn't bad enough, Ludwig outdid himself a day later by releasing another out-of-touch video which only made things worse.
There's no point, I think, in like trying to appease people who aren't even in the situation, you know? I have no desire to, I don't know, like be viewed in a more positive light, if that makes sense. I've been really back on my stoicism arc, and that shit's kind of enlightening. I have no enemies.
As expected, this only got him more criticism. Ludwig, you knew he was an alcoholic, and you didn't take alcoholism as a disease seriously. You egged him on to keep drinking even when he was lethal. This wasn't a lack of stoicism, it was complete irresponsibility and carelessness on your end. But although Ludwig got called out for throwing his friend under the bus, DanTDM would get called out for pushing his pranks too far. Back in January 2017, a then 25-year-old DanTDM would pull off a daredevil move in front of his 15 million followers.
Oh my goodness, look at this! Oh, hatchable! This is crazy!
But despite the initial disclaimer,
obviously, this is a really, really dumb thing to do. It sounds horrible.
this video wasn't received the way he had hoped. This guy is totally brainless. Let's hope he doesn't need the help of the London Fire Brigade one day due to his stupid pranks. My 8-year-old son won't watch DanTDM videos after seeing that one as he was quite upset by it. Despite the backlash, DanTDM didn't say a word until January 7th, 2022, when he finally broke his silence and addressed the controversy head-on.
Remember when this happened? Oh god, shall I finally talk about this? I think it's safe to say we could talk about this. And the news article that came out about me said it was encouraging kids to copy by setting something on fire with a blowtorch. I can kind of see that point, but I did put a disclaimer in there. Here it is. What happens next is dangerous. Yep. Do not try this at home. Do not try this at home.
Ultimately, DanTDM's reaction to the controversy earned him the respect of many. Unlike rapper and YouTuber Baby No Money, whose political stance earned him the new nickname, Baby No Backbone. Following the release of his new single Mary Poppins on May 29, 2025, fans would notice that one of the background figures was deliberately censored with a cartoon reptile, and after a bit of investigation, it didn't take the internet long to figure out who it was. The person censored is Twitch streamer Asmongold, by the way, if you don't know. I think the reason is because Baby No Money disagrees with Asmongold's stance on the Israel-Palestine conflict. As it turned out, Baby No Money had blurred out the cockroach king himself, Asmongold, to avoid the heat from the woke mob. But despite Asmongold's humorous response, very generous of them to give me more teeth in post-production. Never had someone care like that before. And a follow-up video which many thought was more than what Baby No Money deserved.
There's no ill will or any sort of like negativity about it. I just think that he doesn't want to be involved with my politics, and it was like from kind of a long time ago. And so yeah, Lambo, I don't know. I think that in most of the cases, people don't want to be heavy involved with like politics one way or another, right?
Where he also shared why he hated collaborations.
But like, this is why I've moved a lot away from like collabing and doing anything with anybody else, because the amount of like hate that I get, you know, like the amount of people that are like I was like number 8 on YouTube for like the most searched for term. There's a lot of people talking about my content, having opinions about me, etc. It's been so widespread, it puts a lot of pressure on people to have a viewpoint on it.
It didn't stop the internet from coming for Baby No Money.
Turning your back on your friend to appease the woke mob not only exposes your cowardice, but proves that your friendships only exist when it benefits your career.
Always saw Baby No Money as a carefree kind of dude, which was why I liked his stuff. But to censor a face because it doesn't align with your beliefs, without stating your beliefs, is some Karen shit. Just don't post the video if you don't want Roachman in it. Censoring his face makes it 100 times worse. Worse, people would dig up an old clip where he'd openly declared his love for Asmongold.
Hello everybody, my name is Baby No Money. Welcome to the 2024 Streamer Awards. My favorite streamer without dubious question is fucking Asmongold, baby!
Show his affiliation with another political streamer.
Bro, this is like if AI was making Twitch streamers, like live streamers, automatically, or like political newscasters, and I'm sitting here, you brought me over to like show me.
This isn't, dude, no.
I just don't think that this is
Asian
like
funk.
Earning him ridicule from the internet. Baby No Backbone. Hassan and Baby No Money's DMs crying 100% was the reason. What a coward. And with that, Baby No Money managed to turn most of his fans against him, unlike Michaela Raines, whose dedication to helping animals turned the internet against her. leading to a kind of damage that can never be undone. Michaela Raines was a 29-year-old YouTuber known for her rescuing and rehabilitating domestic foxes.
Hey guys, it's Michaela and Finny with Save a Fox.
But despite her dedication to rescuing foxes and making sure they had a home, Michaela became a target of relentless online hate, including a whole subreddit dedicated to bashing her and the foundation. Nevertheless, she kept up her efforts, saving 150 foxes and growing her followers along the way. However, in May 2025, one Reddit user would claim that one of her bobcats had bitten a volunteer and that Michaela had tried to hide it, to which Michaela would respond, "Oh, you saw a video of the bobcat biting said victim? Or you just saw a bloody hand and said, that's proof enough for me. Any of the animals here that are bite risk are handled by me, because I don't care if I get bit, but I will not let that happen to others." The same user would then double down on the accusations with more disturbing posts. "She has had many animals die on the road in front of her house. You had a fox lose a leg a year ago and you just now fixed the fencing? And you think that makes you look good? Stop taking in new animals. Get your shit figured out. You could do well, but your head is too far up your ass to do so. If you want to deal with the public, then maybe just stick to OF." And despite there being no proof of this, the allegations would keep piling up. But on June 20th, 2025, things took a disturbing turn when Michaela Raines' husband made an Instagram post announcing that she had ended it all.
"I wish you had to see me find her. And I wish you had to watch me perform CPR on her for 15 minutes until the first responders arrived. And I wish you had to watch helplessly as paramedics attempted to revive her lifeless body. And I wish you had to hear the screams and the cries of her family."
People like that are honestly so disgusting. Can't even comprehend how they could hate such a genuine and kind woman. Rest in peace, Michaela. After her passing, the subreddit was eventually shut down, but by then it was already too late, making it truly one of the worst cases of times fans betrayed beloved YouTubers.